And I really do believe that God has stripped me of the wealth that I once possessed for a reason. On my way to Trader Joe's, because I realized just something yesterday after praying and fasting, because I binged on some Cheez-Its that I should not have eaten, but I was on survival mode. I was on lazy mode. It was Sunday and I really didn't want to cook or do anything. And now looking back at the decision, I'm grateful for it, but I'm also like, my body was not grateful for it at the time. So I'm headed to Trader Joe's right now to do some shopping. But much like my laundry adventures, I'm just rediscovering parts of me that I wasn't aware that I was still programmed and just in habit of doing, that in the long run I can see is hurting me. My eating habits are rooted in my budget, meaning when I think of shopping, I'm not immediately thinking about energy. I'm not immediately thinking about my body. I'm not immediately thinking about health. I'm just thinking about, I got $20. I need to survive for the next 3 to 5 days. What am I going to buy? And I know many of us can relate to this, growing up in maybe lower income neighborhoods or families where we're just living paycheck to paycheck. And I really do believe that God has stripped me of the wealth that I once possessed for a reason. And each day I'm discovering what those reasons are. So last week it was, I'm holding on the clothes that no longer serve me. This week it's my food intake and the decisions. Once I started saying like my body is my temple and looking at it from a different perspective other than like how I share my body with others, but as a more personal, intimate relationship where my body is a temple. And I started working out, but then I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing all these workouts, which I feel great. I feel a lot stronger, but my energy is still lacking. And I looked at what was in my pantry and how my fridge is on E right now and what I would want to fill it up with. And I was watching other people's vlogs, other people's TikToks of them eating healthier and cleaner. And I was like, I want to do that. But I realized that my mindset was still subscribed to what I was telling myself or what I thought to believe in terms of my budget. When, yes, the reality is food is way more expensive today than it ever has been. Inflation is through the roof, yes. I'm also low wealth right now, so me saying I'm on a budget is not an exaggeration. It's my reality. But then also, we know fruits, vegetables, the healthy things are always the most expensive and the most difficult to obtain. So I'm like, what do I do in this situation, So I continued to pray on it, but it was something about hitting my journal the moment I started feeling unwell after binging a whole box of half a box of Cheez-Its that I don't even like. I hate Cheez-Its. I really do not like Cheez-Its. But my niece left them here in my house, and like I said, didn't feel like eating or cooking anything else, and I just figured, it's harmless. It's just don't eat junk food for your first meal of the day if you're over 40. And ultimately, it came down to hitting my journal, realizing, without me even realizing that I was finding the solution in the first sentence, is, okay, we can still be on a budget. I'm okay with still being on a budget. My neighbors are so loud. We can still be on a budget, but I have to maintain some sort of intention when I go shopping and not just buying easy, quick snacking type foods, which I love. I'm a huge snacker. So I want to incorporate more fruits and vegetables and still maintain my budget, but also make sure that I'm not forgetting the things that are going to sustain me, that are going to cleanse me, keep me hydrated. Because one thing about me is I get dehydrated very quickly. One little workout, I went to go do laundry the other day and it was hot outside. I was wearing a thick sweater. I was lifting. I was, doing a bunch of physical activity, and I barely drank any water. I hadn't eaten breakfast. So the whole day, went to take my niece to Chuck E. Cheese, ate pizza. I started to feel a headache brewing in the back of my head, and then like in my body was just getting tired. And I was like, oh no, I'm getting dehydrated. I know my body in that sense. But in my mind, I'm like, dang, like again, falling into that trap of I can't afford to just be buying vitamin water, or Liquid IV is so expensive. So the alternative, the mindset switch, is looking at what are some natural ways that I can hydrate at home with the things that I already have. So I Googled it, and it was like lemon water, lime water. And I was like, bro, I have a bunch of limes, the green ones, in my fridge. So let me go give it a try. And I had already been eating like pizza all day, but I was like, it's worth a try because I'm so uncomfortable right now. And I hate when I get these dehydration headaches. So I go do it and immediately just get in bed, knock out, wake up. The next morning, I'm feeling so much better, so much better. But I'm still not eating as great as I should be because I just don't have the groceries in my house, hence the trip to Trader Joe's right now. But it got me thinking and wondering. A couple drops, like that just saved me $40, $50 on Liquid IV, when it's just like the things I've been putting in my body have been hurting me when the simplest things have been curing me. So I'm embracing a more holistic, cleaner, I don't want to call it diet, but just eating habits in general. I still love my junk food. I still love my chocolate, my popcorn, but I just have to keep in mind that if I'm going to put anything in my body, I have to love it. If I just kind of like it, or if it's just convenient, I need to stay away from it, including empty calories like muffins and croissants, which I love, like I could eat croissants with a sandwich, and that isn't just me eating the bread. Like I went on for almost 8 minutes, but I just had to talk about that because at 40, it's a bit of a grieving process that, oh my God, I can't eat the way I normally do, but really facing that truth and what that means, but then also knowing that we still have a plethora of options. We still have so many available fruits and vegetables, whether we grow them ourselves or spend a little bit extra money on them, or find alternatives to, maybe share with friends or family to get it done. But I think as we get older, and even just how we feed our children, I'm not a parent, but I do have a lot of nieces and nephews, and I see the difference when they eat the junk food versus the apples and the strawberries. I see a big difference, and I think God is blessing me with this message, or these messages, for a reason, and I don't want to take them lightly. So all of that said, don't take shortcuts when you're eating, or when it comes to, how you feel. I had a pretty intense last 2 weeks, so my energy was just depleted. Sundays I don't do anything, so it worked out, the fact that I was just tired and exhausted and uncomfortable. But for the most part, I want to make sure that I'm maintaining food, groceries in this household that are enjoyable, fun, sustaining for my body, energizing for my body, and keeping me hydrated and full. We are back with the goods. These are my favorite, all-time favorite snack. I was feeling creative, so I got a different pasta for the sandwiches, for the potassium, spaghettis. Don't know why I had an accent there. Trying a different sourdough bread with some seeds, 3 seeds. Thought I'd get creative. For the hydration station, for the spaghettis. And of course, we had to get a little sweet treat. This is hella good, by the way. Next bag. God is good. I love these. I'm putting you on, guys. I'm putting you on. We got the watermelon. Throw that bad boy in the freezer. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, these are also my favorite. Garlicky pasta. Ooh-wee. Put a little extra water and then dip it with some sourdough bread. You're welcome. Cheddar makes everything better. Chimichurri. I've never tried this from Trader Joe's, but I love me a chimichurri sauce. Everywhere I go, if they have it, it's a must. So I'm gonna try this for the first time. How? Probably with the samosas. Otherwise, stay tuned. What else we got? Hash browns. I went and got 2 this time because I haven't had these hash browns in forever. Just like McDonald's hash browns, you throw them in the air fryer. You're good to go. Good to go. Like I said, I got 2. 2 is better than none. And of course, the mighty turmeric for the insides, that gut health. You feel me? Let me know what you guys get when you go to Trader Joe's. I'd love to buy some new things, but generally this is within my shopping range in terms of budget and cost. I spent about, where's my receipt? In total for all this, $53.59 with taxes and fees and whatnot. And do you think it was worth it or no? I feel like I could have gotten more food of sustenance, but for now we're just kind of filling the gaps with what I already had at home, plus some lunch items. I'm more of a lunch person, so a lot of these foods are more so like to have a hearty lunch and then the occasional treat yourself dinner. But that was my shopping haul for today. And we're gonna keep growing and evolving with the shopping as we go, because it's all about energy, gut health, inner health, mind, body, and soul. One shopping trip at a time. Let me know how you do on your shopping trip, what you get, and what I should get next time I'm at Trader Joe's. Thank you for watching.